Hello, it's your girl Tiffany, Metalicious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your mother and nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on today. If y'all would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general palmistry reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign. So please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading can apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we're going to get started. I do hope y'all are doing well and feeling well, as I said, guys, okay? So, your palmistry reading for today, you have here the King of Spades, the Six of Hearts, and the Six of Clubs, guys, okay? So, we're going to be talking about the resistance line, as well as adapting to an organization, okay? As well as palmistry of a smart or good-looking person, guys. And you have the overall energy of the Eight of Spades, okay? Which talks about the rings of Venus, guys, okay? So, first of all, for those of you who have this resistance line, okay, it's going to be like right up under the love line, okay, in your palm. Your love line is the first major line that you see. It's a very bold line, usually for some people, just kind of depending on your palm, but it's right beneath the love line, guys, okay? It's the resistance line, if you have one, okay? So those of you who have the resistance line, now this is on the King of Spades, guys, okay? So you can be an air sign masculine, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, very highly aspected with this energy. Or you could have air in your chart, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, guys, who would likely have this resistance line, okay? But you don't necessarily have to be an air sign, however it is on the King of Air's energy here, okay? So as an effect of having this resistance line, okay, there are very few people who have this resistance line, but those who do would be someone like the King of Swords, like I said, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, okay? This can indicate experiences for some people like prisons. If a person hasn't been to prison or dealt with jail or anything like that, it can deal with someone who has disputes with others, someone who has had disasters in their life in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, as it relates to one's health, with the resistance line also is called the rebellious line, okay? So this is often someone who is a bit rebellious, okay? This is someone who appears, they may appear due to physical injuries or something like that or whatever, okay? Or even like a mental harm caused by some type of conflicts of some kind like that, okay? People who have this resistance line, which is also called the rebellious line, okay? The resistance line, it usually indicates someone who is stubborn, someone who is unyielding, someone who is like very opinionated, maybe cutthroat, ruthless kind of personality having individual, okay? It's a person who is not easily swayed, okay, or persuaded in some way, shape, form, or fashion here, okay? So as I said, okay, first of all, this would be the love line, okay? If you had a resistance line, it would be like right here, right up under your love line, okay? And it's likely, if you have one, it's likely, like I said, it's right up under the love line, which is the first major line that goes across, okay? And it will be on the end of the pinky here if you have a resistance line, guys, okay? Now, as it relates to this person, this same individual, has this rebellious in them, okay? Likely has this resistance line. Whoever this person is has been adapting, doing some type of adapting to organizations of some kind here, okay? Now, if you are someone who is resonating with this, okay, you could be adapting to certain type of organizations. There's a lot of different types of organizations, guys, okay? But if you're someone who has had to deal with adapting to organizations, guys, the first telltale sign, or if you will experience this in your life, the first telltale signs of this, guys, okay, is number one, the love line curves and extends to your index and middle fingers, okay? So what I mean is, if this is your love line, okay? If your love line starts at the middle portion of your index finger and it curves like this all the way to the pinky finger, like that, okay? You're someone who either have or will deal with something where you're adapting to some type of organizations, okay? Also, another telltale sign, okay? And first of all, the first things you learn about palmistry, love, head, heart, okay? Love line, heart line, health line, you know what I'm saying? So the next telltale sign, if you're someone who's going to be adapting to an organization, is what is called the wisdom line and or the life line, okay? It's going to be the middle line, okay? Right here, this line, okay? If that line is overlapping, if your wisdom line and your life line overlap each other, okay, in like an arch, okay? So, love line, okay, wisdom line, life line, okay? Like if these two lines here interconnect starting here, like if they form like almost like a V, okay, they touch each other here and come out. That can also be a telltale sign that you would have something in your life where you're going to be adapting to some type of organizations, okay? The next thing is your fingerprints. Fingerprints that is on the thumb as well as your index finger, guys, okay? The fingerprints on the thumb and the index finger are round, okay? So look at your fingers. Okay, if you see round circular motions on the tips of your index finger or the thumb, it is a telltale sign that you would deal with something in your life where you're adapting to organizations like the person in this reading here, okay? So the next thing we have here is palmistry of, real quick, guys, going back to adapting to an organization, okay? The fingerprints of the thumb and the index finger have circular patterns, like I told you, okay? The wisdom line and the life line will overlap with one another in the curved shape, okay? Your love line is curved and extends all the way to the index finger and the middle finger, guys, okay? Are the telltale signs that you will be adapting to an organization, okay? Next, we have palmistry of a smart and or good-looking person, guys, okay? So back to the love line for this one, okay? Remember I told you the love line is the first, major line that you see in your palm here. Is this first major line here, okay, guys? So like I said, if your love line is very short and straight, okay, this could be a telltale sign that you have the palmistry of someone who is smart, or either someone who is good looking or smart and good looking, okay? The love line is short, it's straight, and it's far from the wisdom line, okay? People with this kind of palmistry have a keen aesthetic sense and are also sensitive to clothing and dressing, okay? So if certain clothes, say, like, irritate your skin, or even if you're the type of person who is very maybe picky about your clothes, or someone who is maybe like compulsive about, like, almost like compulsive disorder about your clothes, okay, in a certain way, shape, form, or fashion, it's usually the palmistry of someone who is smart or someone who is good looking, guys, okay? So your overall energy here, you have rings of Venus, okay? Now, as it relates to the rings of Venus, well, first of all, the effect of the rings of Venus, it indicates the body's sensitivity to allergies. So if you're someone who have allergies, the rings of Venus could definitely resonate with you guys, okay? As it relates to your health or being healthy, there is an increase of these lines on your palm, which suggests that the body has become more sensitive due to factors such as maybe medications you are taking, environmental pollutions, or even surrounding objects, okay? Like we were talking about with one's sensitivity to clothing, okay? So to analyze the rings of Venus, guys, okay? And these rings of Venus, they like make these rings, okay, in your palm, okay? So, like literally all like your main lines here, they'll make a ring around, a ring around, a ring around, okay? Some of you, it'll almost look like you have an M in the middle of your palm, okay, if you have these rings of Venus, okay? So if the rings of Venus are clear and wavy, it indicates a strong aesthetic ability, good artistic temperament, and a persistence in relationships. Otherwise, it suggests poor emotions, someone who is temperamental, and also feelings, guys, okay? So to break this down, okay, that's the palmistry aspect of this, guys, okay? I'm seeing a King of Swords here, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, okay? There's something very significant with the past, okay? The Six of Hearts, which is the Six of Cups in the traditional tarot deck, speaks of nostalgia. It speaks of memories. It speaks of reminiscing, thinking back. It speaks of the past here, okay? There's something that happened or went on, or that this King of Swords dealt with in the past, okay? They could currently still be dealing with it now, but something definitely stemmed from the past or started in the past, okay, with this Six of Hearts being here, okay? And this could tie into this King of Swords adapting to some type of organization, maybe getting involved in some type of organization. It could even be initiations, indoctrinations, certain cliques, clubs, groups, gangs, secret societies, you know, whatever you want to call it. It could be any type of organization, okay? But this stemmed from something in the past. There's something with an organization or this person adapting to our organization from the past. This person could definitely be thinking about this right now, reminiscing right now on this, okay? But like I said, this stems from the past, okay? So this person, into the now. So this person could still be a part of this organization, dealing with this organization, because there's some type of success, triumph, or victory, or public recognition, okay? Because the Six of Clubs is the Six of Wands in the traditional deck, okay, which speaks of success, triumph, victory, public recognition. It's a congratulations, it's a milestone, it's reaching certain peaks, accomplishments, achievements, and different things here, okay? So if we were looking at the traditional tarot deck, we would literally be looking at the King of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Six of Wands here, okay? So there's an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, masculine in the past, okay? And whoever this air sign is, like I said, this person is a bit rebellious. This person is a bit resistant to certain things. May even come off as a bit stubborn, okay? This is, like I said, unyielding type of person, okay? This is not the type of person. This person is very opinionated. They can come off as cutthroat, as ruthless, as hostile, as blunt, outspoken, sharp-tongued type of individual. Like I said, this person is adapting to some type of organization that they are a part of, but this very organization that they are in or a part of is what led them to some type of success, triumph, victory, or public recognition, okay? The overall energy that we have here with the rings of Venus, this is technically the Eight of spades is the 8 of swords in the traditional tarot deck, okay? So whatever this king of swords in the past, this organization that they got themselves in that brought them some type of success, triumph, or victory, this person is trapped in this, okay? Because the 8 of swords is all about one being stuck, restricted, unable to move or get out of a situation, someone who is entrapped. A lot of times the 8 of swords in a traditional tarot deck can even speak of self-entrapment, okay? It just kind of depends on what is going on. Sometimes the 8 of swords can be seen as like doom and gloom. It can seem dramatic. It just depends on whatever is going on. But whatever organization that this king of swords has gotten themselves in, they're trapped in it. You're stuck in it, okay? Yet this very organization is what has brought you some type of success, triumph, victory, or public recognition. So let's just hope, if this is you, collective, or this air sign, let's just hope whatever this adapting to this organization that you got a part of that has brought you success, triumph, and victory, let's just hope it was a good decision. Thank you all so very much for listening to today's palmistry reading. If you would like to contact me, you can do so at tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shinerightLikeADiamond36 with the underscore between each word. For any person who is interested in donating to the channel, it is greatly, greatly appreciated. I do thank you all in advance. You can do so through Cash App, which is $tiffdiamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond. As always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There is wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. Stay on watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings and the company in which your children are in as well. And consider the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey. Keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image